Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is Game 3 of the Franchise Stars Baseball League World Series, Year 1 of the FSBL. The Oakland A's come into Candlestick Park after having drubbed the Giants. In the first two games of this series, the Giants, with a desperately needed off day, after Game 2 to bring this series across the bay here to Candlestick, where they will try to right the ship. The Giants will send Joe McGinnity to the mound. But more importantly, for the Giants are going to have to get their lineup in order. They have scored one run in each of the first two games. That is not going to get it done. McGinnity and Catfish Hunter is the pitching matchup here. McGinnity has been terrific in his two postseason starts, and now the Giants are going to ask him to essentially save their season. No, it just looks like a repeat of the 89. Yeah, the A's have made no mistakes in these first two games, and the Giants have not really. The bats have been bad. The pitching, Hubble was terrible. Keefe was mediocre. And now they need McGinnity to come through here. He'll face Ricky Henderson to get things started here. Henderson batting .255 so far in the postseason. Apologies for the little echo there. Didn't realize the speaker on my laptop was still on. First pitch ball misses to Ricky. We're underway.
First pitch, 7:07.
McGinnity slings from down low, misses up high, and the count goes to 2-0. Fastball there, misses down low. So McGinnity, behind 3-0 to Henderson, that is the last place that he wants to be here to start this game off. Henderson led the Franchise Stars Baseball League in stolen bases with 69 during the regular season, and McGinnity gives him a free pass on 4 pitches. Not the way Iron Joe wanted to start this. Here's Tilly Walker. First pitch there, that looked like a good pitch. They call it outside. Walker batting .333 so far in the postseason. A pair of homers, 3 RBIs. As Beatles eternally checks in. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. Fastball there. There's a strike for McGinnity. So now, of course, every eye in the ballpark here at Candlestick, keeping an eye on Ricky Henderson at first. That pitch misses inside. And McGinnity certainly seems like he is being squeezed here off the bat. Peeks over at Henderson and delivers. Changeup misses inside. It's 3-1. Jimmy Fox waits on deck. The Giants need a good start here, the way this series has begun. There's a shot through the right side. It's a base hit for Walker. Ott comes up throwing, gets it in. Henderson somewhat surprisingly holds at second. He had to freeze to make sure he wasn't hit by the liner. It was hit hard by Walker. There you see Ricky had to take a little stutter step there. That ball was right at Ott, so Henderson holds. First and second, nobody out. Here's Jimmy Fox. Fox starting to get the bat rolling. Hits this one well to right. Ott's going back on it. He's there. Puts it away, makes the catch. Henderson tags. Ott's throw is going to come in. Nowhere near in time. That throw probably should have just gone to a cutoff man, but no harm, no foul, as the trailing runner doesn't go anywhere. So there you see the A's lineup. Henderson, Walker, and Fox. McGuire, Baker, and Jackson. Campaneris, Murphy, and Shang round things out for the A's. So one down, Henderson is on third. Walker is on first. Here's Mark McGuire. McGinnity knows if he can get a ball on the ground here, you can certainly double up Big Mac, who does not run well. .262. 3 homers, 6 RBIs from McGuire. He bombed a shot in Game 2. There's a pitch, big change up outside. McGuire takes a big hack, flails awkwardly at it, and he's in an 0-2 hole. McGinnity deals again. Fastball misses up and away. See if they send Walker at some point to try to take the double play option away. Walker not a huge base stealer. Fastball on the outside corner. Strike 3. That's a great pitch from McGinnity. McGuire goes down looking, and now McGinnity has an opportunity to get out of this first inning unscathed. McGuire cannot like that call all he wants, but that pitch was clearly a strike. And McGuire will retreat to commiserate in the dugout. So now it's up to Frank Baker. Baker's swinging a terrific bat. He also went deep in Game 2. 310 overall in the postseason. Hot shot down to McCovey. Backhands it, takes it to the bag himself, and McGinnity escapes the jam. So a hit, a walk, but nobody comes home. A's don't score in the top half. Here come the Giants, and they'll face Catfish Hunter. Hunter, 2-0, both his postseason starts coming in the ALCS. He was outstanding for Oakland. Pair of wins, he gave up. He threw 6 scoreless before losing it a bit in the 7th of Game 2. And then came back in Game 7 and threw 8 innings of 1-run ball as the A's knocked off the Giants in 7. Gets the Game 3 start here. First pitch fastball to Alvin Dark is a strike on the corner. Fastball there, fouled off. Dark in an 0-2 hole. Giants shortstop batting .319 so far in the postseason. Fastball up and in. Hunter looks in for Shang. Breaking ball down in the dirt. Dark doesn't offer at it. 2-2 the count. Up and in, jam job, broken bat. It pops up right to Hunter, who takes care of it himself, and there's one away. So Alvin Dark gets sawed off there. Here's the Giants lineup. Dark, Belt, and Mays. Ott, McCovey, and Posey. Kent, Lindstrom, and Bobby Thompson. Brandon Belt stepping in now, the left-handed component of the Giants' DH tandem. Belt has not swung a good bat here in the postseason. He has had a couple of big hits, though. Fastball misses up high. There you see 176, a pair of RBIs. Hunter off the outside corner, it's 2-0. Hunter into the windup again. Fastball there, right down the middle at the knees. Brings the count to 2-1. There's a shot out in the left. It's going to fall in front of Henderson, and Brandon Belt has a 1-out opposite field single here in the bottom of the first. In steps Willie Mays. Mays 234 in the playoffs. Tripled. I think it was Game 1. But Games 1 and 2 running together for me a little bit. I apologize for that. Fouls this one off. 0-1. Actually, it was Game 2 because then he was brought in by Ott. That's right. McCovey's homer was the lone run in Game 1. There you see Willie Mays, 128 RBIs during the regular season. Hit 45 homers for .296 batting average. Shot to the right side. Murphy has it. Goes to second for the force, and he throws it away. Runner holds as the ball goes right to Henderson, but that's an error on Danny Murphy. That's a terrible decision there. No reason to try to make that play. He's going away from it. Just take the out here in the first. So the poor decision by Murphy leads to the error. First and second and 1 out for Mel Ott. Fastball off the outside corner for ball 1. At 231 in the postseason, that OPS still up over 1,000 despite the low average. 5 homers, 9 RBIs for Ott. Fastball there, misses inside. The count is 2-0. Now the slider misses 3-0. Hunter perhaps shaken up a little bit by the error there. Willie McCovey waits on deck. Hunter has to get his composure back here. 3-0 offering to Ott. Takes the strike for 3-1. I think Ott probably had a green light there if he wanted it, but that pitch bit up in the zone. So he lets it go. And he lets this one go, and it's outside. Ball 4. And Ott walks. The bases are loaded. And Catfish Hunter up against it here in this first inning. Here's Willie McCovey. McCovey batting .300 in the playoffs. Homered in game 1 of this series. Tries to hold his swing there. The third base umpire rings him up for strike 1. McCovey can be doubled up if Hunter can get him on the ground. Down in the dirt, tries to hold up the swing. He's unsuccessful at it. Good job by Shang to block that ball in the dirt. And Hunter now ahead of McCovey 0-2. Takes a glance at his runners. Deals fastball way up in the zone. McCovey will just watch that one. Hunter wants a strikeout or a ground out here. Sets and fires. Ground ball. He gets the ground ball, but it gets through. Base hit in the center from McCovey. 2 runs are going to score, and the San Francisco Giants, here in the bottom of the first of Game 3, have taken a 2-0 lead. Change up away. McCovey goes with it, puts it back up the middle. And Willie McCovey continues to swing a hot bat in the postseason. It's 2-0 San Francisco. Here's Buster Posey. There's a shot in the center. Walker has to play it on the hop. Runner coming around. Throw is not going to be anywhere near in time. It's 3-0 San Francisco. And boy, that error by Danny Murphy really looks costly now. Obviously, you don't know what happens after it. But to have 2 outs instead of 1 out certainly changes how hitters can be approached and such. Here's Jeff Kent. Kent 286 in the playoffs. Fastball at the top of the zone for strike 1. Kent, no homers or RBIs in the postseason. There's a shot into center. Base hit. Right now, Hunter not fooling anybody. Throw home, a little bit up the line. McCovey gets in behind Shang, and it's 4-0 San Francisco. So the Giants, benefiting from the off day, get their bats in order. 2 runs in the first 2 games of this series. They've got 4 in the first inning here tonight. The error obviously costly, but right now, Catfish Hunter is not fooling anybody here in the opening inning. Fastball, called strike. Freddie Lindstrom batting .231 in the playoffs. Hunter fires. Misses up high with the slider. 1-1 the count. Looping shot in the center. That's going to get down. It's a base hit. Runner comes around. Here comes the throw. Hits the cutoff man. It's 5-0 San Francisco. The crowd here at Candlestick loving what they're seeing so far. I don't know how much longer you can go with Hunter. Again, I know the error was bad luck. And that's it. They are not waiting. Catfish Hunter is not going to make it out of the first inning. So Hunter, who is so brilliant in his 2 starts in the ALCS, is knocked out quickly here. And now it's up to Jack Quinn. Coming in, Quinn won 19 games as the number 5 starter on this A's staff during the regular season. 3.07 earned run average. And now Quinn is going to be asked to keep this game somewhat within reach. Here's Bobby Thompson. Thompson hitting .263 in the playoffs. Screwball from Quinn locks him up for strike 1. Yeah, yes, Tim, they're stealing from Strat. I'm actually very glad to see that they made that decision. Ground ball to second, 4-6-3 double play. Great job by Fox to pick the relay throw out of the dirt. So Quinn gets them out of the inning after Hunter is knocked out, but not before the Giants, routed in the first 2 games of this series, put up a 5 spot here in the bottom of the first of Game 3. We head to the top of the second. San Francisco 5, Oakland nothing. Here's Reggie Jackson. Jackson hitting .214 in the playoffs, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. 27 homers during the regular season. 2 huge homers in the ALCS, leading to the game's 4 and 5 wins. Tapper out in front of the plate. Posey pounces right on it. Nice job by Buster Posey there. Throws to McCovey. And Jackson is retired quickly. So here's Bert Campaneris. Campy stepping in. .375 so far in the playoffs. He's swung a hot bat. No homers, 3 RBIs. His only at-bat of the division series was a pinch-hit walk-off single in Game 2 against the Angels. But when Danny Murphy continued to struggle, Campaneris was inserted. Marcus Semien moved to second base. And Campaneris has stayed in the lineup since. Semien has now been yanked for Danny Murphy, although that might be revisited after Murphy's error here today. He also has not gotten the bat going. There's the pitch, foul back. It's 0-2. McGinnity has been great in his first 2 starts of the postseason. Now he's been staked to a 5-0 lead to protect. There's the pitch up in the zone. Up above the zone, I should say. For ball 1, it's 1-2. Fastball misses away, 2-2 the count. McGinnity from the set. And deals. Shot right at McCovey, who snags the liner for out number 2. So Campaneris trying to go to right field again. She's done a lot in this postseason, but McCovey was right there. So now here's Danny Murphy. Murphy's average is down to .045. If he's not going to hit and he's not going to field, you've got to think Marcus Semien's going to get back into this lineup. Murphy 0 for 4 with a strikeout yesterday. Well, 2 days ago after the off day. Pulls that one but fouls it off. 1-1 the count. Fly ball to center. Mays is under it, puts it away, and the side is retired. So a 1-2-3 inning for McGinnity. We head to the bottom of the second. San Francisco 5, Oakland nothing. So the Giants batted around in the first. Here's Alvin Dark to start off the second. 0 for 1, got sawed off. Broken bat pop-up back to Catfish Hunter to lead off the game. You'll notice Catfish Hunter is no longer on the mound. Hunter didn't make it out of the first. He retired one batter. Should have had two, but the Danny Murphy error helped open the floodgates to the 5-run inning for the Giants. 2-0 the count here as Jack Quinn works to dark. There's a shot out to left. Henderson's there. Puts it away for out number 1.
The batter, number 9.
If you're thinking ahead to Game 4, Tim Hudson slated to make the start for the A's. They could turn to Rube Waddell on 3 days rest. But right now, especially with them up in the series, the thought is that they will let Hudson make that start in Game 4, give Waddell his full rest in the hopes that he can pitch a potential clincher in Game 5. For the Giants, Larry Jansen would be scheduled to make the Game 4 start, or they could bring Carl Hubble back on short rest. Hubble, who was terrific before his Game 1 disastrous outing here in the 14-1 rout by the A's. Shot by Belt out to left. Henderson's there again. Puts the squeeze on that one, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Willie Mays.
So here's Willie Mays. Mays 0 for 1. He reached on that error by Danny Murphy in the first. Murphy ranging into the hole to his left. Tried to get Brandon Belt on the force at second. Don't know if he thought he was going to get a double play. There is no way you're doubling Willie Mays up on that ball. And instead, he threw it out to left field, got nobody, and the floodgates open. Mays flies out to Jackson to close out the second. We head to the top of the third. Nice job by Jack Quinn there. A's coming up. Wally Shang will lead it off. They trail 5-0 here in Game 3. So here's Shang, 244, no homers, 5 runs batted in for him in the playoffs. Joe McGinnity got into trouble in the first, then got out of it, and then had a 1-2-3 second. First pitch swinging here. Shang pops it up. Lindstrom makes the catch for the first out. That's an over-eager at-bat there from Wally Shang, I think. Here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson walked to open up the game. Henderson 4 RBIs in Game 1 of this series. Fastball from McGinnity off the plate. Here's the pitch. Up high, Henderson pulls it to left. It's not going to have the distance, though. Bobby Thompson is underneath it. Puts it away, and there's 2 men down.
Now batting, number 44.
So in steps Tilly Walker. Walker 1 for 1. He singled in the first. And he and Henderson were on as the first 2 batters of the game, but McGinnity got out of the jam. Fastball misses down low. Comes to the set and deals. Fastball misses down low again. McGinnity trying to keep that ball down. When he's gone up in the zone, he's tended to miss the zone and go well high. That one at the top of it, skied out to center. Mays coming on. He'll get there easily. Put it away, and the side is retired. So McGinnity looking solid here for the Giants, who desperately needed that. We head to the bottom of the third, 5-0 San Francisco. Ott, McCovey, and Posey coming up for the Giants. Here's Mel Ott. Ott walked in the first. I forgot. I intended to do it before this game, and then I forgot. to try to look through those generic stances and try to find a stance that is a little bit more fitting to Mel Ott, as Beatles noted in the chat yesterday. A pretty distinctive stance for Ott. You can create batting stances in the show also. So if the stance is not there, I may tinker with that and try to actually create Ott's stance. Still bullpen action going for the A's. If Quinn's throwing well, Quinn shouldn't need any help as far as relief. He'll have stamina for days. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-2. Greatly appreciate you guys joining me here for this Game 3 broadcast. Hard to believe this season is coming to an end when I started it back in March. I didn't intend for it to go this long, but then when I started the basketball and the hockey, again, I just kind of got muddled where I was doing 4 sports at once. And that ended up dragging everything out longer than was intended. That will not be the case going forward. It will be baseball year-round, and then the other sports rotating one after the other. So I'll always have 2 going at once, but I'll never have more than 2 going at once. 1-2 offering from Quinn to Ott. Fastball misses down and away. Pitch from Quinn. Misses up and in. Count is full. McCovey waits on deck. The Giants got those 5 runs without a home run. Uncharacteristic of them this postseason. Looping shot out in the left center. Henderson gets there. Puts it away for out number 1. Long way to go for Ricky. But there's no way that's too far for Ricky. Ricky will surely tell you that. 1 away. Here's Willie McCovey. McCovey, a 2-run single his first time up. 3 for 8 in the series with a homer, now 3 RBIs. Fastball misses inside. Fastball misses up and in. It's 2-0. There's a shot through the right side, and McCovey stays hot. Jackson gets it in, but it's a single for Stretch. 1 out, man on first. Here's Buster Posey. Posey 1 for 1. He had an RBI single as well. Fastball on the corner. Quinn takes a little glance over at McCovey. Gets the sign from Shang. There's the pitch. Fastball just down low. For Posey, 3.11 average during the regular season. There's the offering. Down in the dirt. It gets past Shang. McCovey broke back to the base. Not a good read there by McCovey. He should be on second base right now. A break there for Jack Quinn. Posey down the left field line, hooks it, going foul. Henderson gives chase, but it's out of play. 2-2 the count. There's the offering. Fastball, that's another good location from Quinn, but it's just called inside, and the count goes full. There's the pitch. Posey out in the right. Jackson's going to have to play it on the hop. Covey pulls in at second. And the Giants' bats continue to get the job done here after a dormant first 2 games. They've got 2 on here in the third, already with a 5-0 lead. Here's Jeff Kent. Kent also had an RBI single in that 5-run first. Catfish Hunter started this game for the A's. He retired 1 batter. Was hurt by a Danny Murphy error as well. But it snowballed on him in that first inning. Quinn misses with the fastball outside. It's 2-0. Quinn comes to the set and delivers. Fastball is in there, 2-1. Next in line for the A's after Quinn, if they need another long reliever, I'm inclined to think they turn to Ken Holtzman. There's a pitch. Looper down the right field line. Jackson giving chase. He gets there. Reggie got a good break on that one. Kind of airmails the throw, but McCovey doesn't try to tag.
Now batting, number 5.
So 2 down. Here's Freddie Lindstrom. Lindstrom was another in that line of RBI singles in the first. 2 outs here. He's got 2 men on now as Quinn tries to get through this unscathed. Fastball in there for a call and strike. There's a shot out to left. Henderson going back on it. Lindstrom got a hold of this, but Ricky tracks it down as he hits the wall. Nice play by Henderson to save at least a run there. Beautifully done by Ricky. And Quinn gets out of the trouble. We head to the top of the 4th, still 5-0 San Francisco. Stepping in, Jimmy Fox. He's 0 for 1. He flew out in the first. After allowing the first 2 base runners, McGinnity has been great. And as I get that sentence out, Jimmy Fox's line drive is out of the park. So Fox gets the A's on the board with his 4th home run of the postseason. An absolute laser beam off the bat of Jimmy Fox. He crushed this. And the A's are on the board on the Fox homer. They cut the deficit to 5-1. That is a powerful swing from a powerful man, and this ball goes a long way. 106 on the exit velo, 447 the distance on that one. Fox swinging a hot bat here. The A's desperately need that. So McGinnity will try to recover. He's still got a comfortable lead here. Certainly not the first pitcher to give up a long ball to Jimmy Fox. And now here's another one who can go deep, Mark McGwire. McGwire's 0 for 1. High fastball there. McGwire misses it. Double X, yes, Beatles. Definitely one of the all-time favorite older players. And a guy who, I feel like doesn't get the credit he deserves. Like when people talk about historic players, and I don't hear Fox's name get brought up anywhere near as much as it should. The guy was an absolute terror. Ken Castro checks into the chat. How are you, Ken? Good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining. McGwire, fly ball to right, slicing away, but Ott is there. Puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman.
You know, if you're not familiar, go look up Jimmy Fox's baseball reference and just look at the numbers that guy was putting up. Incredibly consistent. Just a fantastic hitter. And Frank Baker goes deep again. Home run Baker, homered yesterday, does it again. I keep on saying yesterday, homered in game 2. Forget that, keep ignoring the off day. But regardless, home run Baker goes deep for another, his 3rd of the playoffs. And the A's have homered twice here in the 4th off Joe McGinnity to try to chip away at that deficit. It's now 5-2. So Frank Baker blasts one. Another no-doubter. And the A's have trimmed the deficit. MV, good to see you. Bernard, I hope all is well with you, sir. Obviously, no problem. Some things are more important, including doctor's appointments. Yes, MV, your Giants put up a 5 spot in the first. They knocked Catfish Hunter out. Danny Murphy made a costly error, and the Giants just kept on hitting line drive singles off of Hunter after that. And McGinnity had been on cruise control after he let the first 2 runners on in the first, got out of that jam, and had retired everybody since until this inning. Good piece of hitting. Reggie Jackson against the heavy shift. Puts it the other way. Reggie pulling into second, and he's in there with a double. Nicely done by Jackson. First time he's gone the other way against that overshift in this postseason. Here's Bert Campaneris. Curveball misses away for ball 1. Appreciate all you guys joining me here for this afternoon broadcast. If you have not subscribed as of yet, kindly consider doing so and bang that like button as well. If you subscribe, you can jump in on the chat with this great group of baseball fans. 2-0, good curveball there. Campaneris way out in front of it. Fastball's in there for the called strike. It's 2-2. Oakland's got to feel real good about themselves if they can get Jackson around from second. Popped up. That's not going to do it. McGinnity takes it himself. Jam shot off there, Campaneris. And there's 2 away. So now here's Danny Murphy. Not hitting well, and now not fielding well. And you've got to think that Murphy is on his way out of this lineup again, unless something changes here during the rest of this game 3. Costly error in the first. Fouls off the fastball here. McGinnity deals. Murphy slashes it outside first and foul. So 0-2 the count to Murphy. McGinnity trying to minimize the damage here. Fastball misses away. It's 1-2. Oh, that's a good pitch. McGinnity getting squeezed there. That was on the corner. That's a rough one to not get, given how this inning has unfolded. Pitch down low. Murphy pulls it foul. There is somebody in the Oakland bullpen. I can't tell who it is. But right now, Quinn is doing fine there. Fastball up and in. Fans Murphy, who continues to struggle, and McGinnity wraps up the inning. But homers from Fox and Baker get the A's on the board. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Giants 5, A's 2 here in Game 3 of the first FSBL World Series. So here's Bobby Thompson. Thompson 0 for 1. Rounded out in the first. Jack Quinn will stay on. He's thrown 35 pitches since coming on for Catfish Hunter in the first inning. Hunter unable to replicate his outstanding work in his 2 ALCS starts against the Indians. Shot at the middle. That's a base hit for Thompson to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Thompson just goes with the low pitch, singles it up the middle. That'll bring in Alvin Dark. Dark is 0 for 2. Good screwball there from Quinn, in there for a called strike. Dark 0 for 2 on the day, 2 for 10 in the series. There's the pitch, down in the dirt, it's blocked. Runner decides not to break. Don't want to make an error on the bases here. Curveball misses down low, it's 2-1. There's the pitch from Quinn. Stark lines it down the right field line. It's slicing away. One hopper into the stands, out of play. Two and two the count as Quinn works to Dark. There's a line shot. That one is going to get down. That's a base hit in the right. Jackson gets it in quickly. Runner will hold at second, but it's two men on with nobody out for the Giants here in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting, number 9.
Home cooking here at Candlestick, doing the Giants offense well. I wrote the article about the first two games in this series that was posted last night, and Mel Ott was quoted in that article, saying it takes 4 wins, not 2, to take the series. Saying his team was not done. Belt grounds out to first. Fox takes it himself. For the out, lets the runners move up. Don't think he would have been able to get anybody there had he gone for the force. But now here's Willie Mays. Mays is 0 for 2. He reached on that error by Murphy in the first. And Mays could certainly put a nail in the coffin of this one with a big shot here. Pops it up. Fox underneath it. Puts it away for out number 2. Big out there from Quinn. Mays continues to scuffle a bit here, as he has since the end of the division series against the Mets, who he absolutely obliterated. So now here's Ott, who we were just talking about. Ott 0 for 1, walked and scored. Pitch down in the dirt, runners hold. Good block there by Shang. Quinn looks in, gets the sign. Ott yanks it to the right side. That's a base hit for Mel Ott. Jackson comes on. One run will come around. Jackson's throw home is not going to be anywhere near in time and up the line. It's a 2-run single for Mel Ott, and the A's lose the 2 runs that they got on the homers in the top half with this 2-run single by Ott. The Giants' margin is back up to 5. It's 7-2. Good piece of hitting for Ott. As you said, uncharacteristic of the Giants so far in this postseason. All 7 of these runs without a homer. Here's Willie McCovey. Fastball misses away. It's 1-0. Ground ball to second. Murphy has it. Throws over to first. McCovey's retired, and that ends the inning. So that finishes the fourth. The Giants get the 2 runs back. We head to the top of the 5th. San Francisco 7, Oakland 2. Ken's Legends, I enjoyed your tale about the Ducks tryout. Did you play D1 ball? Yeah, I was at yes, I went, and then I got hurt pretty much during the fall season right as I got down there. I went to NC State, and my shoulder had bothered me for a bit. I went down there. I was invited to, they had heard stuff about my coaches had touted me and stuff like that, and stuff. I said, well, we'd be interested, but we don't have scholarship money to give you, so you've got to come down here as a walk-on. But I love North Carolina anyway. I was going to go down there anyway, and do broadcasting. And so I walked on. I was basically the last guy to make the roster. I probably wouldn't have seen legit game action probably until my junior year. They had graduated a ton of pitchers like the year before I went down there. So it was kind of like a good timing thing also, and I had an excellent tryout. So, and that Ducks thing was just kind of my friends not really kind of getting it. Like, if I had gone to that, I was a good pitcher, but if I had gone to that Ducks tryout, everybody who was at that tryout would have been better than I was, Shot down to first. Nice play by McCovey. Throws to short. Back to first. Good job by McGinnity covering. Henderson gets down the line too well, though, but a great play by McCovey to cut down the lead runner. Anybody other than Ricky, that's probably one of the more beautiful double plays you're going to see. But Henderson gets down there and beats it. Good job by McGinnity to get over there and cover, though. And a nice play by McCovey to cut down the lead runner. There's one out. Here's Tilly Walker. It's funny, and anytime I tell that story, I always make sure to tell people, it's like, yeah, I made a D1 team, but I was in no way like a prospect or was going to get drafted, even if I hadn't gotten hurt or anything like that. I never want to overstate it. It's just it's just a good story. And then I was kind of immature after I got hurt, and I could have rehabbed it. Like, it was a rotator. It wasn't like Tommy John or anything like that. And I was just kind of immature at the time, and I kind of bailed on the whole thing and took a semester off and transferred. And then the school I transferred to cut broadcasting to fund their jump from Division III to Division I in football, which I know Beatles loves. And at that point, Walker, deep to right. If it's fair, it's out of here. Tilly Walker with an opposite field 2-run homer. His third of the postseason. And the A's not letting this game get away from them. They've cut the deficit back down to 3. It's 7-4. So, so that was an unexpected homer from Walker, especially opposite field. Tell you, man, the A's are not going to roll over for this one. Here's Jimmy Fox. And the Giants have to consider getting McGinnity out of this game. He's now given up 3 homers in the last 2 innings. The Giants absolutely cannot let this game get away from them. But the Giants' bullpen has been horrific. So they're going to ride McGinnity for as long as they can here. But you might be getting near that breaking point. Change up, misses down low. Yeah, I mean, to each their own. I mean, that's fine. I like football too. But I resented the fact that I wasn't told until after I'd completed my transfer that the broadcasting program was being cut. High fastball there. Fox goes down looking. That looked high. McGinnity, who's been squeezed a few times in this one, gets a beneficial call there. That's a big strikeout, actually. Fox voices his disapproval. So 2 down now. Here's McGuire. McGuire 0 for 2. Takes the strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Goes down low. Shot back to McGinnity, fields it, throws to first, and the side is retired. But the A's trying to get back into this game. Walker puts it out. His 3rd homer of the postseason, a 2-run shot. We're midway through. Giants lead it 7-4. So Quinn will stay on for the A's. Here's Buster Posey. Posey's 2 for 2. Pair of singles, an RBI, and a run scored. Posey now 4 for 9 in the series. There's a screwball in there for a called strike. That one misses inside. It's 1-1. Nice crowd here watching. I greatly appreciate it, fellas. Always good to share a little baseball history with everybody and talk about the game. saw it off. Fox, good job to get over there and catch that one before it hits the grass. One down here in the bottom of the fifth. So here's Jeff Kent. Kent 1 for 2. He had an RBI single during that 5-run first. Got a text from my lovely wife, so deal with that. Fastball, top of the zone for a strike. It's 1-1. Fastball misses inside. 2-1 the count. Well, see, that I can understand, Ken. The culture of the game. Like I can certainly understand that a bit. But like, I don't know, I'm just from the school, like, I'm not gonna let other stuff that I don't like, and I don't have a rooting interest in football anymore. I watch it because I also have to because of my job. I have to know what's going on. But like, I like the game, so I try to tune out the stuff that I don't like. Like, even in baseball, like the whole bat flip, chest thumpy culture, it's not me. I don't like that stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it. Kent hits that one a long way, but it hooks foul. Kent just misses going yard. Fastball there. Down and away for ball 4. So it's a 1-out walk here for Kent here in the bottom of the fifth. Here's Freddie Lindstrom, 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Also hit one deep as last time that Ricky Henderson caught crashing into the wall. They send Kent on the hit and run, and Kent is thrown out. Great throw from Shea. Kent not a base stealer. Giants trying to manufacture a little something. Shang has not been great throwing runners out in this postseason, but he nails Kent there. And there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Curveball swung on and missed. Ground ball to the right side. Murphy gets it, almost throws it over Fox's head. Good play by Fox to make the grab there, and the side is retired. So we head to the top of the 6th, and this is a big top of the 6th, I think. A's trying to scratch back into this game. McGinnity is going to stay on despite troubles the past couple of innings. This is showing you the Giants have no faith in their bullpen. Bullpen entered this series with a 7.71 ERA in the playoffs. Here's Frank Baker to lead things off against McGinnity. Baker 1 for 2. Homered his last time up. Fastball was in there for a called strike. That one misses down low. It's 1-1. There's a shot, line to short, and Dark gets it before it hits the ground. That was a sinking liner. I thought it was going to short hop him, but they say Dark got his glove underneath it. Baker lines out, and it's 1 away here in the 6th. Here's Reggie Jackson. Jackson 1 for 2. Now 3 for 9 in the series. Reggie, who was ice cold in the division series and the first couple of games of the ALCS until he broke out in Game 4. Henderson, I don't know why I keep on saying Henderson and Jackson backwards. Jackson hits one hard up the middle, but right into that shift. He's thrown out. There's very quickly 2 away for the A's here in the top of the 6th. Here's Bert Campaneris. Campaneris 0 for 2. Squared to bunt. Good bunt by Campaneris. Tough play by Lindstrom. Charges and makes the play. Tell you, Freddie Lindstrom's bat has been a bit erratic in this postseason, but he has played a fantastic third base for the Giants. So the A's go down in order. McGinnity and the Giants desperately needed that to try to kind of quell the tide here. Bottom of the sixth, Bobby Thompson will lead off. Giants still lead at 7-4.
The left fielder, Bobby Thompson.
Here's the pitch from Quinn. Fastball misses up high. Liam Hendricks and Andrew Bailey throwing in the A's bullpen. Shot out in the center. Walker coming on. He'll get there. Puts it away, and there's one down. So Jack Quinn on the hole, despite the 2 runs last couple innings ago. Quinn has done an admirable job in relief of Hunter. Remember, he came on for Hunter with 1 out in the first. Fastball there at the top of the zone. In there for a called strike. There's a ball. Count goes to 1-1. Down low, screwball. Swung on and missed. It's now 2-1. Sorry, 1-2. Quinn works to Alvin Dark here. Shot. Murphy, couple steps to his right. Makes the play, throws to Fox, and there's 2 men down. Well, okay, yeah, I can get that. I can get Patriots fans. You know, as teams get better, the fans get a bit more obnoxious. I mean, I grew up a Cowboys fan, but certainly I know the Cowboys fans in the peak of when Dallas was really good were rather insufferable. Ground ball to Murphy, makes another play. Throw to first, another one bounced in the dirt by Murphy. He's having a rough go out there. Fox picks it out of the dirt and saves him. And that ends the 6th. So we head to the top of the 7th. San Francisco leads Oakland 7-4 here in Game 3. They trail the series 2-0. Said before, this is pretty much a must-win game for the Giants. That phrase gets overused in sports a lot. But to go down 3-0 and then say you have to win 4 straight from this A's squad would be a very, very tall order. Fly ball, shallow right center. Ott ranging over. He gets there. Puts it away, and there's 1 down.
Now batter, number 8.
I mean, it's the same thing with the Yankees. You know, I mean, I don't think most people hated the Yankees as a team necessarily, but I mean, Yankee fans are the dumbest, most insufferable people on the planet, with a few exceptions. So, you know, the fans are the ones who irritate everybody. You know, it's not the team. 1-0 count. Here's McGinnity, works to Shang to open up the 7th. You know, at the recent collective of Yankee players, on the whole, they seem like good enough guys. You know, even when they were winning, you know, with the exception of somebody like a David Wells, you know, when they were in that dynasty year, they didn't seem like a bad group of guys. Paul O'Neill was a crybaby and whatever, but, you know, on the whole, it's not like they were a horrible group of guys, but the fans just made it like, oh my God, we can't freaking stand you. Three and 1 the count. Here's McGinnity, works to Shang. This one's pulled foul. Popped up onto the outfield grass. Dark is underneath it. Puts it away, and there's 2 down.
Up next for Oakland, the left fielder, Ricky Henderson.
Dark looking like he was saying he had a little bit of trouble with that ball up in the lights, but made the squeeze. Here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson's 0 for 2 with a walk. and a run scored. There's a shot out to right, but Ott should have a play here. He's camped out underneath it, puts it away. So great bounce back work by Joe McGinnity, who was up against it here for a bit, but has now kind of settled it down. He gets the Giants through 7. Mays, Ott, and McCovey will come up here in the bottom of the 7th, and they'll face Liam Hendricks. So Jack Quinn's work is done. Now here comes Hendricks. 4 scoreless innings in 6 appearances so far in this postseason. Hendricks has been terrific.
Leading up for the Giants, the center fielder, Willie.
Mays is 0 for 3. Slider misses away. It's 1-0. Curveball misses inside, 2-0. Fastball in there for a called strike, 2-1. Fastball misses down low, 3-1. Fastball, oh, that looked like a good pitch, but Mays is on with a leadoff walk. And that'll bring up Mel Ott. Ott 1 for 2, had the 2-run single. Also scored a run. Hendricks really needs to keep this margin at 3. Breaking ball, stabbed down to first. Nice play by Fox. To Campaneris, back to Fox, 3-6-3. Second game in a row where Jimmy Fox has made a really nice play to turn that double play. Ott hit this one absolutely on a bullet. One hopper. Fox stabs the glove out there, makes the play. 3-6-3. That's a huge double play for Liam Hendricks and the A's. There's a reason why Fox plays first all the time and McGuire DHs. McCovey, first pitch swing, pops it up behind the plate. Shanks sheds the mask, puts it away, and the side is retired. So defense helps Hendricks out a bit. Nice play by Fox. We're through 7 here at Candlestick in Game 3. Giants lead the A's 7-4. So now the Giants get into the bullpen, and they're going to turn to Marv Grissom. Grissom has not worked in the postseason as of yet. 2-1, 21 holds, a 1.29 earned run average during the regular season for Grissom. He's going to start off facing Tilly Walker. There you see Walker, the 2-run shot. He hit back in the 5th. Fastball misses inside. It's 1-0. There's a shot down the left field line and foul. So if you're wondering why, with the Giants' bullpen being so bad in the playoffs, that Grissom hasn't seen any work, he's really considered the setup guy for this team. And anytime the Giants have turned to their bullpen, it's been in a blowout kind of a situation. So they've kind of used their longer relief guys. Either that, or it was directly to a save situation in Al Holland. But Al Holland was touched up for 2 games by the Mets. Al Holland hasn't pitched in the postseason. Holland's the closer. He hasn't pitched in the playoffs since Game 2 of the NLDS. Kind of gives you an idea of how the Giants' offense has been in the postseason, as well building up big cushions. And Walker! Tilly Walker does it again! Deep to left and out of here. Second homer of the game for Tilly Walker. It's 7-5. Well, Marv Grissom fitting into the Giants' postseason bullpen beautifully here. Comes on, gives up the home run to Walker. First batter he faces, The A's putting the pressure on the Giants here in Game 3. Two shots, not from Fox, not from McGuire. Tilly Walker goes yard. And now, here's Jimmy Fox. Jimmy Fox. 0-1. First pitch strike. Fox 1 for 3. He went deep in the fourth. His second homer of the series. Fly ball to right. Ott will get there. Fox goes the other way. Ott puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Mark.
So now here's Mark McGuire. Tilly Walker did hit 37 home runs one year in real life, 23 another. He was kind of right around as the home run evolution kind of happened. He led the league with 11 back in 1918, and then hit 37, which didn't lead the league, in 1922. And then he was out of baseball a year later. So fastball there from Grissom misses. Tim McGuire, he's behind McGuire 2-0. Fastball misses down low. It's 3-0. Make no mistake about it, folks. If the A's pull off this comeback, this series is over. Fastball from Grissom. Grissom walks McGuire on 4 pitches, and the A's are going to get the tying run to the plate. Well, that's also another one of the things, Ken, in doing my ratings for this. So basically, players' starting ratings are based on their averages. And their averages are based on these things called, I should do a video about this at some point to explain this whole process a bit. Clay Davenport, who's a guy who's on Fangraphs, Baseball Prospectus, Saber, all that stuff. Good ground ball to second. Kent dives, knocks it down, but he's not going to have a play. First and second, 1 out, infield base hit for Frank Baker. Bill North is going to come in to run for Mark McGuire. Here's Reggie Jackson. And the crowd here at Candlestick is beyond nervous. Fly ball to center. Jackson hits it well. Mays goes back. He's underneath it, just shy of the track. Puts it away. North is going to tag and go to third. Reggie Jackson did not miss a 3-run homer by much there. Deep drive, but Mays tracks it down. And now here's Bert Campaneris. But Clay Davenport did these things called Davenport translations. It was basically designed to get players throughout history onto the same kind of playing field. And it's kind of like the modern playing field. It's like your guys so you'll see somebody as Al Holland, the closer, and Red Ames both throwing the Giants bullpen. So, like a guy like Frank Baker, who was leading the league in home runs three or four times, but was doing it with 10, 11, or 12 home runs. Well, he's rated as a guy who's going to hit about 30, because if you kind of transpose that into the modern game, that's kind of where he would be. But the starting stats are based on the career averages, and the players' potentials are based on their peak 3 years. So like a guy like Grissom, probably, I'd have to go and look at it all, but Grissom probably has a good potential rating, but his starting rating is a little bit kind of mediocre. But he gets the strikeout there to end the inning. Fans Campaneris, but the A's get another run. They're back within 2. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Giants 7, A's 5. Here at Candlestick in Game 3. Here's Buster Posey. Posey 2 for 3. Pair of singles with an RBI. Liam Hendricks is going to stay on for the A's. Those Davenport translations work. I really like them for hitters. I feel like they punish pitchers a bit too much, so I kind of do my own stuff, kind of adjustments to the Davenport translations when I'm evaluating pitchers. I really kind of use the ratios, like Ks per 9, walks per 9, homers per 9, etc. And I kind of work off of that. But so I've got my hitting ratings to a point where what I spit out, I usually don't need to adjust very much. The pitching ratings, I kind of then have my own things that I look for as far as adjustments to get the pitchers to perform right. Clay didn't really populate the, he didn't really promote, I should say. Shot hit deep to left here. Henderson gets over there, puts it away for out number 2. Clay didn't really promote the Davenport translations thing hugely back when he did it. And, you have to dig. I'll post a link in Discord or whatever like that later. I kind of have to dig through his personal website to get to the stuff. But for what I'm doing, it's a really, really useful tool. This one driven out into the gap in right center. That's going to be extra bases. Jackson goes back to the wall and throws it in. But it's a 2-out double here for the Giants in the bottom of the 8th. Freddie Lindstrom drives one into the gap. And now, here's Bobby Thompson. Thompson's 1 for 3. Hendricks needs to keep this score here. Slider in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Again, I greatly appreciate you guys all joining me. Subscribe if you have not as of yet. I'm closing in on 300 subs. I think I get a toaster. Bang that like button. Supposedly, rumor has it, it helps visibility or something like that. Fastball misses up high. The count goes to 2-1. Hendricks delivers. Shot down the left field line. Hooks foul. Fastball top of the zone rings him up. That high strike has been there a few times today, somewhat erratically by the home plate umpire. But Hendricks uses it to his advantage there to pick up the strikeout. And now here's Al Holland. The Giants closer comes in. Holland, 2 appearances, an ERA over 20. Of course, that's blown up because it's an inning and a third. He was massacred by the Mets in Game 1, that classic Game 1. The Giants blew a 5-1 lead in the 9th. And then ended up winning it in the bottom on back-to-back homers by Mays and Ott. Holland was then touched up for a run in Game 2 of the NLDS, and he has not been allowed into a game since then. 2-0 fastball fouled off by Murphy. A little bit surprised we're not seeing Murphy hit for here. Slider misses away. It's 3-1. Okay, like I said, I'm a football fan, so I don't mind the talk. You guys are allowed to chat with what you want. I don't govern the chat much. I appreciate people checking in, and as on the contrary, I kind of feel bad sometimes if I get sucked into the chat because I do try to keep an eye on it. I just think that's kind of respectful. And then I kind of start not talking as much, doing the play-by-play stuff that I'm, kind of supposed to be doing. So I kind of feel bad when I do that. But no, it's all good. I never have a problem with the chat stuff. Fly ball there out to right. Ott gets there. There's one away. Here's Wally Shang. The A's really want to get this order turned over. Slider down and in. Fouled off. Holland deals. Shang out into left. Sinking, but Thompson's going to get there. 2 outs, and the Giants 1 out away from getting their first win in the series. Here's Ricky Henderson. 0 for 3 on the day. Also drew a walk. Ground ball, broken bat, down to first. McCovey, Flip Holland's covering, he gets there. Ball game is over, and the Giants take Game 3 to get themselves back into the series with a 7-5 win. It looked dicey for a bit, but the Giants hold on. Joe McGinnity, a gutsy effort. He looked like he was going to have a rough go at times. Looked on the verge of getting knocked out of this game at a few points, but McGinnity bounces back after the rough 4th and 5th. He gets through 7 innings of 4-run ball, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts to get the win. Catfish Hunter hammered. Doesn't make it out of the first. Al Holland gets the save, much needed for the Giants to see a clean inning out of him as well. So we've got a series, which is nice. They haven't been the prettiest of games. Pair of routes. This one was close. The A's are breaking out the power again. The Giants producing the runs without the long ball in this one. Uncharacteristic of them this postseason, but it could be key for them going forward. So now, and I will pose this question to any of you who are still here in the chat. From a pitching standpoint, how do you approach Game 4 if you are the A's or the Giants? A's are up 2-1. The A's can go to Tim Hudson on his full rest. And Hudson, we'll go back, we'll go check out the stats here. Thank you, Beatles. Appreciate it, man. Always appreciate you checking in. So they can go to Hudson on full rest, or they can bring Waddell back on 3 days rest for Game 4 and skip Hudson, or at least push Hudson back. If you go with Hudson and you get the win if you're Oakland, then you can bring Waddell back on a full rest to try to close out the series in Game 5. But now if you're Oakland, if you're nervous that you lost this game, again, Hudson won 20 games during the regular season. He's been solid, not great in the postseason, but he's been solid. So that's an interesting choice that the A's have to make. I'm inclined to agree with you, Ken, that you go with Hudson, because then, you still know you have Waddell in Game 5, even if the series gets tied. And again, Hudson, it's not like you're trotting out a bad Game 4, pitcher there. Hudson ended up winning 20 games during the regular season here for the A's. If you're the Giants, you've got a choice between Larry Jansen or bringing Carl Hubble back on 3 days rest. Hubble was great in the postseason until this series. He was hammered in Game 1 in that 14-1 rout. Larry Jansen, we'll see if we can get back there and bring Jansen's numbers up to give you an idea of what you're looking at. If Hubble had pitched well in Game 1, I think that's an easier call for the Giants. He didn't throw a ton of pitches because he did get beat up. So Jansen during the regular season, 19-4, 3.47. Hubble was 16-11, 2.94. Again, Hubble had made 3 great postseason starts. Not very, very good postseason starts until the Game 1 rout. So if you're San Francisco, knowing you still need to win that game or you're down 3-1 in the series, do you let Jansen go on full rest, or do you bring Hubble back and hope that he reclaims his prior form of the postseason in that Game 4? we'll see. Because I don't know if I'm going to have time to post a poll before I do Game 4. Game 4 probably coming tonight. I got a couple things I've got to take care of, but if I have time this afternoon, I might even be able to get Game 4 in this afternoon. And I also don't want to interfere tonight with you guys doing that Shanks draft. I was like, if I have time tonight, for one thing, I want to spend time with my wife, as it's an off day for me, and we don't get to see each other much during the week because of our work schedules kind of conflicting. But I also don't want to interfere with any of you guys in the Shanks draft tonight. So if I went on tonight, it wouldn't be till after the you guys draft was completed. So, interesting decisions coming up for both sides. But that will wrap up the broadcast from here. I thank you guys, as always, for joining in, participating in the chat. Ken Castro, Beatles Eternally, Tim D, popping on as well. MV was here. Bernard Strom was here. Clee Baseball Fan was here. A pack of luminaries in the chat. Greatly appreciated, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Keep an eye out for the next broadcast. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon.